Hey, what's happening, guys? Samsung's Galaxy S6 has made its global debut. Now it's time to see if this good-looking phone from the company can stack up in performance. We won't deny the S6 is one beautiful looking phone. It's one of the best. In fact, it is the best looking phone that the company has ever made. It's all glass front and back, and it has aluminum alloy as the frame as well as the bezel of the device. We've got it in this nice looking golden color, which is really popular for the company. We're going to start off the benchmarks with Quadrant Advanced, and I'm going to start off by looking at some of the specifications that the device offers. So we'll jump into system information real quick, and you'll be able to see that we have Samsung's processor detail over here. It is the Exynos 7420, and it reads out a maximum of 1.5 gigahertz, which is the lower quad core setup, and you also have 3 gigs of RAM, which is actually showing about 2.8 gigabyte. Now you have the screen resolution over there, 2560 by 1440, and you have the Mali T760 GPU, which is an ARM GPU. And then you have these whole lot of sensors. If you want details on these, you can pause the screen and take a look at that. It's time to quit all running applications, and you can simply do that thanks to Samsung's inbuilt processes. And I'm going to now jump into Quadrant again and run a full benchmark. So that's the score. The device scores a massive 7,652. That is almost double of what we can see the One X scored. Now, Quadrant is not the latest in terms of benchmarks, but it gives you a good idea in terms of memory, 2D and 3D performance. So you can check that out over here. I'm going to do the latest version of Antutu next. So I'm going to look at the Antutu benchmark scores and also show you guys. Now we've done a bunch of these Antutu benchmarks and we got great scores. So check it out. Now here's the Antutu score, a massive 67,256. Now Samsung's been notoriously known to up these benchmark scores. We don't know if they're doing that with the S6, but the S6 is a performance overload. You can see a bunch of these things. It's got superior performance. You also have great gaming performance, and you have about 50% extra battery life compared to other devices. But we'll talk more about that later on, because I've been experiencing the battery on this device for a couple of days and I have some important feedback to give. Right now, let's take a look at what the storage has to offer, because a lot of you have been asking me questions in terms of the storage and the capability. The area around the camera gets really hot while usage, and that is what is now, I think, causing the battery life to sort of diminish on this device. It's getting extremely hot and heat management is not good on this device, especially considering that it's a sealed device. If you're running like intensive applications like gaming, etc., the device gets really hot. Coming back to storage, you get about 9 gigabyte gone into the system storage. So in this 64 gigabyte variant, we get about 55 gigabyte of available space. I've used up about 7.34 gigabyte, and you can see that I have about 46.9 or 47 available. Now, like I was talking about the battery life, right now it's, before I started making this video, it was fully charged. I lost about 10%, which is not that bad. And with the kind of usage that I have with this device, I'm getting about a day's usage, but that's difficult. So with the way we are using it and not too much, hardly making any phone calls, but mostly testing, the device gives about a half a day's of use. But we'll have our full battery life test results in the final review, so stay tuned for that. This has been Bharat. Make sure you catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and catch us on Instagram and Snapchat as well. For iGyaan.in, thank you guys for watching.